Historically, we treated sleep like a laptop powering down. The assumption was simple. Less time plugged into the wall meant more time getting things done. This chart illustrates the cost of that mindset, showing a $411 billion annual loss to the U.S. economy and 1.2 million eroded working days. The symptoms start invisibly. People who consistently restrict their rest experience slower reaction times and weakened emotional regulation. Because the decline is gradual, they adapt to the fatigue and accept it as their normal baseline. Restricting sleep creates a compounding deficit in cognitive performance and productivity. Elite executives and endurance competitors take the exact opposite approach. To them, sleep is an intense, deliberate biological workload. To understand how these performers maintain high-intensity output, we have to look inside their environment. We need to reverse engineer the modern elite bedroom, peeling back the layers from the mattress down to the molecules. At this level of performance, sleep is an actively engineered competitive discipline. The first obstacle to deep sleep is thermal. For the brain to initiate a deep restorative state, the human body must lower its core temperature by 1 to 1.5 degrees Celsius. This topographical heat map shows a bioreactive mattress acting as an AI autopilot. Notice how the temperature zones shift, pulling heat away from the body to create an optimal thermal gradient throughout the night. By dynamically maintaining this perfect microclimate, the system prevents the heat stress that causes you to toss, turn, and fragment your rest. Pinning the body to its ideal temperature yields up to a 20% improvement in deep sleep percentage, sleep efficiency, and cardiovascular recovery. Active thermal engineering turns a standard piece of furniture into a biological catalyst. Tracking brain activity used to be confined to clinical observation, relying on bulky machinery and electrodes. Now it has moved into at-home engineering. This interface shows continuous, high-amplitude slow-wave trains, known as delta waves. Neurological recovery is a function of the structural continuity of these sequences. Duration provides the opportunity, but slow-wave consistency determines the result. Modern EEG headbands read these slow-wave trains in real time. When they detect the upward peak of a wave, they intervene by playing precisely phase-timed pink noise. That perfectly timed acoustic stimulation manually amplifies the delta waves, forcing the brain into a highly organized and powerful restorative state. By manipulating brainwaves with sound, top performers are manually programming their deep sleep. Those amplified delta waves trigger a profound physical reaction deep inside the brain's cellular structure, initiating a state of high-intensity biological repair. This diagram illustrates the glymphatic system in action. The brain literally shrinks its tissue, opening up wide channels so cerebrospinal fluid can power wash toxic beta-amyloid proteins away. Once the physical cleaning is complete, the brain transitions into REM sleep for cognitive programming. Here, it processes daily memories while decoupling them from the autonomic stress of the original event. Researchers are now taking advantage of this phase using targeted memory reactivation. By playing specific sounds during sleep previously paired with daytime learning tasks, they selectively trigger neural pathways and prevent the brain from forgetting complex information. Sleep acts as a dual-engine process. It physically washes the cellular structure while programming the mind for tomorrow's complex decisions. The elite have stopped asking how many hours they slept. Instead, they rely on complex wearables to synthesize their physiological data. This radar chart aggregates multiple data streams, like heart rate variability, resting heart rate, and sleep architecture, into a single, unified recovery coefficient. That coefficient redefines sleep as a quantifiable, gamified output, driving competitive decisions at the highest levels of athletics and business. It acts as the ultimate daily performance compass, dictating exactly how much physical and cognitive strain an individual is ready to handle. Combining active thermal regulation, neuroacoustic stimulation, and hyperbaric oxygen environments creates a daily engineered neuro upgrade for the elite. This weaponized architecture of rest stands in stark contrast to the chronic, passive sleep deprivation experienced by the general public. This represents an ethical sleep gap. As high-performance recovery tools become more exclusive, the cognitive and physiological divide between optimized individuals and the general public continues to widen. The bedroom is the most critical battleground for human potential, and the gap between those who actively engineer it and those who simply don't is only getting wider.